I know what you're thinking. I thought Dr. C was a man of science. What's he doing talking about relationships? Well, it turns out there's actually a huge body of scientific literature that gives us insight into the connection between healthy relationships or otherwise not healthy relationships and a person's health. In fact, published studies consistently demonstrate that healthy relationships are beneficial to a person's health. Some of you may see where this is going. Actually, the flip side of that is also true. Poor relationships have a negative impact on a person's health. In fact, you could say that stress-filled, strife-filled, negative, even toxic relationships are a big contributing factor to the current epidemic of chronic disease that we're seeing right now. Let me give you a couple of examples. The first one's pretty graphic. We've learned that newborn infants, such as those in orphanages, if they're not regularly touched and spoken to and cuddled, they die. Another less dramatic example is individuals who are socially isolated have higher rates of chronic illness and shorter lifespans. So what's the solution? If you're like me, relationships can be a big challenge. I think it's fair to say that those who have been successful with relationships would say that you really have to be a student of relationships in order to succeed with relationships. If you're fortunate like me, you may have a spouse who is basically an expert at relationships, who can teach you a lot about having close functional relationships. But my advice is to go a step further and utilize resources like the book and resources I've cited below. The last thing you want to do is pull on those that you should be relying on to provide emotional closeness when you should be doing your own homework. Hope these resources can be helpful for you to become the person who can be a support to others, as well as being willing to receive support from those you're close to. And you'll reap the benefits of peaceful and close relationships. We'll talk tomorrow.